Hi, Lee-Ann.
Hello.
Hi.
How are
How's
you?
it? Good, thanks. How are you doing?
Good, 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 good.
Gorgeous day in Christchurch today, isn't it?
Yes, and I'm super excited about today. Thank you for joining.
Oh, thank you for having me. I was like, whoa, I need to go and join that little masterclass, see what tips you've got.
Yeah, it's I've been so amazing the response I had. I didn't think that, so many people would be interested in that. But I thought I wanted to do something fun and
Mm.
lighthearted because I mean the subject that the ladies when I work with them, the subject can be a little bit, down. And so I want to show them that there's some fun stuff that can be done.
Of course, of
Yeah,
course. And we all
yeah.
love a bit of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Welcome, Tracy.
Hello,
How are you doing?
how are you?
Good, good. We'll give it a couple more minutes because I want to
Good.
try and get as many people on as possible. I know that there's some people who can't make it, and so I am recording for that reason because I'll upload it on the Facebook group.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So,
I like watching a recording anyway after.
yeah, it's really good, eh? Because then you can, if you've missed anything, you'll have something you can take some notes on and stuff. So that's good to watch the recording after.
Hey, Lee-Ann, what time are you planning to finish?
Oh, probably it would be about 45 minutes.
Okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
yeah, yeah, under
Yeah,
an hour is what I'm planning for.
yeah.
I've got a bit of a
Excellent.
Q&A at the end, but I don't think that it will take us that long. I really don't think we'll be finished well after 45 minutes at least.
That's right. I've just got more work at 2. So scheduled an hour. So
Good, good. I'm excited to have you here.
thank you. It's
Yeah.
good to be here.
Mm. Yeah, and I start this, and then my camera gave up the ghost. So I'm trying to
Ah,
work on. I've got one that's there and another one that's here. So it may look like I'm looking all over the place. I promise you, I'm present. Yeah, I want to let the ladies know when they come in as well.
I know for me, I struggled to find the link. So I had to go into the group and then I searched on the title of the webinar so that I could find it in my emails because, you get so many
Okay, well,
emails.
that's a good idea. Let me do that. Let me do a quick.
Actually, do you know what might be helpful if you drop the link in under your latest post because
Yeah,
that might help
right
those
now.
that can't find the link.
I'll do it right now. Thank you for that.
It's all right. It's always a challenge finding the links. I like it when it puts it straight into Google for me.
Yeah, I'll put it right there.
Mm.
Right. And I'll do it in the events one as well. Thanks for that. Okay, ladies, I'll give it one more minute and see how many more people we get in, and then we can get started. I'm just going to play some music in the meantime. So I am here. Yeah, I think we can start, ladies, just because I'm mindful of time and it is going to be recorded, so I'll have it in the group anyway. And for you ladies that may have joined a little bit late, I did say to Lee that I am having some trouble with my camera. It gave up the ghost, so if it looks like I'm not looking at you, I've got one that's there, and so I've got notes all over. Right. Thank you so much, ladies, for coming. This is amazing. I really want to thank you so much for being here and just sharing your time with me. I wanted to do something. I said to Lee, I wanted to do something that was fun, like because the coaching that I do can be really sometimes a little bit down for ladies. And so I want you to see that we can have fun. There's a way that you can have fun. It doesn't have to be, where you are not having fun in your relationship. And so that's what I wanted more than anything for everybody to experience. So I'm going to try and share my screen. Give me a second because that's something I have to figure out how to do. Right, here we go. Share. Right, let's go. So like I said, welcome. Thank you so much for coming. I wanted to show you guys some fun ways that you can connect. Keep a pen and paper handy because you may get some ideas and I'm going to get you to do some work while you're on the call anyway. So at the end of the session, we'll have maybe 10 minutes. And if you've got a question, please write that down and then just put up your virtual hand in Zoom and you can ask me a question then. So we're going to talk about some simple, creative, and faithful ways to bring joy and connection in your marriage. Because really, you do deserve to laugh again. And I know that, when you first meet your husband, it's all so exciting and you're doing all this stuff. And then life happens. You get children, you've got work, you've got business, you've got all these things happening. And then suddenly, where's the time gone? So I want to be able to show you guys that connection doesn't have to be complicated. I say this often in my coaching program. Joy is a choice, and it's a gift. So joy is something that we can always have. And those small moments definitely make a difference. Because as ladies, we always got on 1,001 hats, don't we? You've got mum hat, you've got doctor hat, you've got work hat, you've got school hat, you've got teacher. Oh, it's never ending. So I want to show you that just doing a little at a time can make a huge impact. That's what I'm here to show you today. So just my heart behind all of this. For you guys that don't know me, I am Lee-Ann. I am married to my hunk of spunk. That's us. So young. Didn't know what we were doing. Married for 34 years. And I met my husband in a bar fight. So clearly we were not Christian. We were way away from God. And I had an encounter with God about 18 months in. I met this other man, Jesus Christ, and he completely changed my life. Unfortunately, that didn't happen for my husband. It took years for him to come in. My husband was an alcoholic. He was partying almost every weekend, sometimes not coming home for days, gambling, strip clubs. Oh, you name it, he's done there, been that. So I had to learn myself how to restore my joy and my laughter. And God helped me do that. So he showed me keys. And this is why I'm wanting to share this today with you ladies. So my journey, that's actually one of the things that started my journey on mentoring women because of all the pain and the hurt that I've been through. And so I started coaching because of that. And I've been doing a 12-week coaching program. And this is actually something I want to incorporate into my coaching program because I think it's so important to have some fun and joy. So tell me in the chat, perhaps some ways that you guys do, like date things that you do that you currently tried, because I'm going to give you some ideas that maybe I'm hoping you didn't think of. Does anybody have anything that they've done it for? Besides the typical, because I think we all tried movies and dinner, and I am going to try and get you guys thinking of other things. Lunch and dinner, yeah. Hanging out on the deck, yeah, absolutely. I'm going to show
Taking a
you.
walk,
Yeah, taking a walk, or all
taking a
those sorts of
bath.
things. That's the thing I loved the most, was doing baths together.
Me
Yeah,
too. I
was
love
just,
baths.
yeah, that's the best time, isn't it? It's so intimate, so simple, and free of charge. That's also really good. So I don't, so yeah, like I said, a little bit about me, but I don't know if anybody, has any of you heard, so put up your hand if you have. Have you heard of the 8-minute theory? Anybody here? Put up your hand if you have. You haven't?
No,
This was something that actually has not only changed my relationship with my husband, but also my friends, because this is something you can use with your friendship as well. And I heard this theory first from Simon Sinek. Sinek, is that how you pronounce his name? And he talks about the 8-minute theory, and it's a way for us to really connect with somebody, whether that be your husband or your friends, just so they feel heard and valued. Research shows that actually only 8 minutes helps to reduce stress, and it builds trust 3 times more. 8 minutes, like you can't believe 8 minutes could have that impact. I heard a lady actually the other day on YouTube, and she was saying that the average couple, because they're so busy, only connect for 15 minutes a week, not a day, a week. I'm talking about true connection. Isn't that sad? That just, I was, oh my gosh, 15 minutes a week. Here I'm going to teach you, well, show you and give you some ideas of 8 minutes to connect. The way you can use this with your friends, actually, because like I said, research shows that it increases trust and reduces stress, is if you've got a group of friends that are maybe going through something. Like, for example, I had a friend who was really struggling with her mental health. And we just created a WhatsApp group, and we call it our 8-minute group. And if any one of us just needed somebody to just talk to or just pray with, we just put 8 minutes. And then when one of us had to jump on the phone with that person and literally sit on the phone for just 8 minutes and talk about nothing in particular. You can talk about the weather if you wanted to. It's just 8 minutes that helps you to connect. And so that's the principle behind the 8-minute theory. Because studies have shown that somebody who gets your undivided attention for just 8 minutes can change the rest of the day. I know Dr. John Gottman, he's a guy who talks about marriages. He calls them small moments, that it's the glue that holds the relationship together. So it's those small moments of connection. And science even shows that meaningful conversations release oxytocin. So that's the reason why stress is reduced when you're just doing that. So just imagine connecting for only 8 minutes with your husband. Just 8 minutes. Because I don't know if you ladies have found this, but I have in my relationship. I found that we started drifting into the roommate zone, like we're like ships in the night, passing each other. And then our conversations become surface level, and we're talking about the kids or work or, surface things, nothing deep. And then what happens after? The laughter fades. You don't have fun together anymore. So that's what I want you to do, is just change one moment. Just be intentional, have a fun moment. Okay? So the 8-minute theory. So this is 8 minutes. This is a way you can connect within 8 minutes. If you want to take a screenshot of this, this is some ideas that I'd come up with that you can connect for 8 minutes with your partner. And you can see it doesn't need to be fancy. It actually doesn't even need to cost anything. It doesn't have to cost a cent. It doesn't even have to be structured. It's all about you being present. Just being present. So 8 minutes, really just to reconnect, smile, and remember you are both on the same team. One of the things that I've actually created for you ladies, and I'll send this all to you, I'll put it maybe in the Facebook group, is 10 conversation starters. So just a way to start a conversation using this 10-minute concept. So where you just sit down, have a coffee, and have a fun chat. That's it. It doesn't have to be anything amazing. Like we think, oh, it's got to be this deep-hearted conversation. But I don't know if you ladies have found this, because I found this with my husband. And again, research shows this. Men, it's very difficult for them to sit down and have a conversation with you face to face. I don't know if you've experienced this, but as soon as I say to my husband, let's talk, all his heckles are up and he's ready to run in the opposite direction, because men generally don't like that. They generally don't like to sit in front of you talking face to face. What I have found with my husband, and I teach ladies in my coaching program as well, when you want to talk with your husband, find a time where he is busy with something. Because if you notice with men, how do they connect? They're playing pool with their friend. They're watching a soccer game. They're not looking each other face to face. So if you could take away one key from today, learn that. You don't have to be sitting face on to do this. You can be driving in the car and have these conversation starters that I'll send through to you. Okay. Is everybody picking up what I'm putting down? Good. Does it sound like you could do something like this? Like it's not hard. It's actually quite simple. Okay, now we get to the fun part. Let's talk about dating. Dates. So, has anybody here heard of alphabet dating? No?
Hi,
Oh,
Lee-Ann. No,
you've heard of it, Carrie-Ann?
no, I haven't.
You haven't? Well, you're about to learn. This is something that can spice up any relationship. And I'm not just talking spicy stuff. I mean, anything. Romantic, fun, crazy. It's going to get you thinking so out of the box. This is one of my favorite ways, actually, to have fun. The idea now is to start. So how my husband and I do it is, wait, before I ask you that, guys, a question, have any of you guys ever done, when I was younger, we played a game called Categories. Does anybody remember the old way of doing it? Because now they've got a board game where you can do it, but there was an old school way of doing it. Did you guys ever do that game? So what you do is, the concept of the game was this. You put down all the letters of the alphabet, you put circles around them, so you could have A there, B, C, they're all over the page, right? You would close your eyes, and then one person would get a pen and put it on the first letter of the alphabet that comes up. So let's say, for example, your pen lands on M. So you would then do a boy's name, girl's name, and we would have a fruit, a vegetable, I think it was a city, and an animal that starts with the letter M. That's basically what Categories was. So we use a similar concept, Andre and I. My husband's name's Andre, not Hunk of Spunk, even though I call him that. And we do that. So we put all the letters of the alphabet, one of us close our eyes, literally take a pen, put it down. Right. This month, we're going to do the letter M, for example. And then we sit down and think of all sorts of dating ideas that start with the letter M. But think out of the box, ladies. It doesn't have to be movies. Please don't put movies. Please, please, please promise me. If you learn anything else from this, do not put movies because movies you don't get to talk. So think out of the box. About a month ago, we did it and we landed on the letter T. And we made toffee together at home. Simple. Toffee. So that was the letter T that we used. So what I want you to do quickly is thinking of your alphabet. So I'm LW because I'm Lee-Ann Werner. I'm going to give you about a minute. No, maybe 2 minutes. Take the letters of your alphabet and excuse me, just have a drink. I want you to think of some ideas with the 2 letters of the alphabet. Your time starts now. Okay, ladies, who's brave enough to share? Come off mute and come and share with us what you've come up with, even if it's 1 or 2. Good
I'm
job.
happy to share.
Yeah.
So I'm Lee Bartram. So L, I got make lunch together, lie on the lawn and look at the sky, go to a lake. And then for B, it was have a beach day, book and plan a holiday together, and do like a book review, like talk about a book that he's reading and be interested in what he's reading.
I love that. Now, do you see how simple it is?
Yeah, it was quite hard though, the B. I thought the book review, I thought, oh, that's pushing it a bit.
Oh, you've just got to think out of
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
And
we
that
did
hurts
one.
sometimes.
So talking about B, we did one time with B because we got into the letter B, and we did box building. So we've got grandchildren, and we made them those little box cars. So that's what we did as our time, box building.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's why I'm saying it really gets you thinking. So mine for L, I thought of Latin dancing, visiting the library, Lego building. So if you're into Lego building. Lip sync battle was another one that we did. That was just so fun because my husband is the least coordinated man you have ever met. So him doing lip sync battle was really, really funny. W for Werner, walk in the woods, a watercolor class, visiting a local waterfall, or doing a workout together. Does anybody else have anything they want to share that they'd like to let us know what your ideas were that you came up with? Nobody?
Mine's mine's TC,
Yeah.
and this costs money, but go tubing, um, and then my C. I only got one for T, and then my C was candle making and canoeing, which we like to kayak, not canoe, but that
Beautiful.
didn't much.
Beautiful. Do you see though, Tracy, how it allows you to just think out of the box? Like just be really creative. And the two of you
Yep.
can, what we do as part of our connection time is so we do it on a Friday night when we're deciding we're going to go on a date the week after. So we give ourselves a whole week. So on the Friday night, we'll sit down and we'll decide on the letter of the alphabet. And then we would try and brainstorm some ideas that night. And again, 8-minute connection, 8-minute connection. And if we're not able to finish it, then we try and do it a couple of times in the week or go and do some research of some things we can do. And it doesn't always have to be free, of course. If for some couples, I know a lot of couples budget for their date nights. So if you've got the finances available, why not? Why not? I mean, you think of movies and dinner. I don't know about where you guys live, but what is it average here, Leah? If you want to say $150, I mean, is that by the time you've had movies and a dinner? And sometimes it's even more than that.
It depends
So
where you go and what you do, but you can get oh yeah, bowling for Bartram. I thought boating as well. We used to have a boat, got rid of the boat. But yeah, you can do so much. Like you can go out for lunch and you can just go and get takeaways.
absolutely.
Mm.
So that's why I say it just depends on you and depends on your budget.
Yeah.
Right, so oops, sorry, I just went to the wrong slide. The next thing that we do, so I said here on the alphabet dating, one of the things that I found that it does, it really brings freshness and fun back into the relationship. And it encourages teamwork because the two of you are thinking, you're getting creative. For my husband, even when he was unsaved, it was a way for him to really enjoy our time together because he would, we would bring up things like memories. So one of the things actually that's in my connection that I'm going to be sending to you guys is sitting back and thinking about when you got married, like just reminiscing. Maybe a song that you have. My husband and I love Motown music. I don't know if you guys are like Motown, but our wedding song was Forever Mine by the Manhattans. And so even that, just putting that on when he comes home from work and just doing a quick dance together. It doesn't have to be anything big, really just very simple. Touching is so important as well. So when that happens, like even if you walk past him, because my husband's not the most affectionate person, but like just walking past him, putting my hand on his shoulder, or when we're looking at ideas, I'm hanging over his shoulder. So touching is going to be really good points as well. So just remembering to do that. Okay. Another thing that we use is apps and ChatGPT. Now I've got an app. Hold on. I've forgotten the name of it. I'm just going to open it now on my phone quickly so that I can tell you guys what it's called. Oh, we use another app that's called Paired. But this one you have to pay for. But this app here, which one I cannot find now. Where is it? This app is actually free and it's called the questions. So it's a question box. And what it is it really is such good conversation starters. Now, I use it with friends. I use it if we've got people over for dinner because it's got, if you're just getting to know somebody, some questions you can ask them. If you want deeper questions, it's got questions, if you want to get deeper and talk about politics, for example, or you want to talk about children. It's got a whole array of questions you can be talking about. We often pull this out. So this app we pull out when we go to dinner. Because my husband and I have this thing where we have a good smile when we see couples sitting across, especially younger people. They're sitting across and both of them on their phones. Nobody's talking. So you want to eliminate that. And the way to do that is if you've got nothing that you want to talk about or it's feeling awkward, pull that out. Just do a random one. One that we love to do often. So recently, in New Zealand the lotto, which I don't play, but it was a 55 million, I think. And so just thinking, my gosh, if I ever won lotto, which I don't know how I will do, but I don't, because I don't play it, but anyway, or even an inheritance, what would you do with it? And just sit and dream. Just dream. That's it. Just dream. So when you ladies, I'm going to try and even drop that that app in the Facebook page as well, so that I can give you the exact one, because it's got a little blue picture on it, and I just don't know what's happened with my phone, but I can't seem to find it at the moment. Another game that we use is a game called Getting Lost. Now, I'm not sure if you guys have it in the US. Lee, it's something that's here in New Zealand. Brilliant, brilliant game. And the concept of it is this. So it's a deck of cards that you buy, and it's got some fun stuff you can do. You literally are getting lost. You jump into the car, you shuffle the cards, you pull out the first one. So it could say something like, follow the next blue car for 2 kilometers. You just go with it. It does things like stop at the next traffic light, get out the car, and do the limbo together. So fun, silly things that you could just do. Find the closest ice cream store and stop and have an ice cream. It's called Getting Lost. It is a brilliant, brilliant game. They've got one specifically for couples. They have ones for families. So if you've got children, I've used ours with my grandchildren. They've got another one that's just for Girls' Day. So if you want to go to girls and you want a couple of girls friends all together, and you do it all together. The cards are wonderful though, because you can swap in between, swap and change them. So again, I'll put that link, and I'm not getting anything for this by promoting them. It's just, I just want to let you guys know, give you some value of what we use. Okay. So did everybody get value from this? Like, did you learn something new today? Can you pop it in the chat if you learned something new? Awesome. I'm so happy that you guys got some value from this, because this is what I wanted, is that you get some value from this. Okay. So finally, before we get to the Q&A, I want to invite you guys. So I know there's a couple of ladies that have on here that have done my 5-day challenge. Once a month, I offer 5 women a opportunity to work with me one-on-one for free for 5 days coaching. And it's something I normally charge $4.95, but I felt really called by God to offer this for 5 women once a month. I do this every month for free, just because I know that there's such a huge need out there. And it's really just 30 minutes of coaching, 5 days in a row. That's it. Absolutely free of charge. And I want to be able to offer it to anybody who is on this call, or perhaps you're listening to this call after. If you are interested in doing my 5 free days, please send me a DM or a message. I would love to do this with you. In fact, I'm going to be offering this to everybody that listens to this message, just because I feel so compelled to do it. And it is Black Friday, so why not? Let's just have fun, have more fun. It's Black Friday, why not? Let's just do this. So if you ladies are interested, just message me, DM me, and then we can chat further from there. And then the other thing I want to say before we get into the Q&A is I'm planning a Christmas event. Please keep your eyes open. That's going to be fun, fun, fun. I'll announce it as soon as I can get it all sorted. It obviously will be sometime in December. And I would love to see you ladies there if you are keen. And just remember, ladies, connection doesn't need perfection. It's just presence, purpose, and a sprinkle of playfulness and fun. So I'm going to leave you with that, ladies, and just know your marriage doesn't need to be perfect. In fact, mine definitely is not perfect, and I doubt that any of us here have got perfect marriages, because they do come with their challenges. But just remember, 8 minutes, a little bit intention, using a couple of things you've learned today. And I hope that that has blessed you. Has anybody got any questions? Please come off mute, ask me any questions that you have about what you've learned today, or you want to make a comment. Nobody? No questions?
Lee-Ann, I don't have a question. I just wanted to say thank you so much. I think pretty much everything you shared today was like, oh, I haven't thought of that. And some stuff I'd forgotten. But yeah, some really nice new ideas there. And I really love that lost game, getting lost game. I've got a friend here. I think her friend is the creator of it. So I'm definitely going to have a look at that. And it might be a good Christmas present for some male
Yeah,
companion.
it actually is such a beauty. I gave it 1 year to everybody. I bought a whole, and I gave it to everybody, because it's really just a good way for not only couples to connect, but even families to connect. And Christmas time,
100%.
when you've got some downtime, just ending up in goodness knows where,
Yeah,
and
and a
just
nice
enjoying.
point too, like especially like with children that have got older, that teenage years and beyond. Like we've still got our boy at home and he's 20, nearly 22. And I was thinking that getting lost game could be a really fun thing for us all to do together one afternoon.
Yeah. I've done it with a group of girlfriends as well. So what we did was, one of the cards told us to go to an op shop, and so I told the ladies to come along with $10, and we bought each other's crazy outfits, and we had to wear those outfits right through the whole game. And then one of the other things we had to do was stop at a stop sign and do the limbo until we had somebody hoot. So we had to do it on repeat until one of the cars hooted at us. So it was just fun, just absolute fun.
I love it.
Yeah.
Life is too serious, so that's I love that idea. That's great.
Yeah, because I think that's the thing, is we think that it's all got to be, also see, why not just have some fun? Let's put some spark in there. Because you think about when you first started dating your husband, you did things together, you enjoyed each other's company, you talked a little bit. Like, you didn't just go and sit in the movies and didn't say a word to each other and jumped into your car and looked straight ahead on the way home, which is what we used to do all the time, and not even connect in some way.
Yeah.
So I'm happy that you ladies got some value out of this.
Thank
And
you, Lee-Ann. Really
yeah,
appreciate it.
oh, it's my absolute pleasure. And don't forget, if you're wanting to join my 5-day challenge, just send me a DM and we can go from there.
Good.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
ladies. It was so wonderful having you all here. I do appreciate your time.
Thanks, Lee-Ann.
Bless you
Have a
heaps.
blessed evening.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.